I'm just finishing this last cigarette and then we'll get down to it. I feel like my first 5 minutes on camera I shouldn't be smoking. We'll just give it a little bit before I do that. Alright. Let's get into it. Is everything functional? I think we're good. Yeah? All the cameras are working? Well, 2 out of the 3. The third one I'll show you later. Okay. Let's get into it. Yeah, this is... So... Alright. So this main camera is a very expensive... Well, it's not very expensive. It's more than a typical webcam. Because it can do, like, higher frame rates and stuff. And I figured it would be my main one so that I could get, like, a better view of the whole thing and then have some shittier ones to do all the close-ins. But this camera keeps going out of focus. Like, if I change the setting to be 1080p, it'll just go all the way to in focus, and like everything will be in focus, like right here, and then everything else will just be blurry. So I had to scale the resolution down so that it won't do that. But now the resolution is too low where you probably can't. I mean, you can kind of read this, but this is this is my this is my saving grace, and hopefully I don't get banned on my first day on Twitch because they think I'm doing illegal stuff, which I'm not. We're doing fiberglassing, totally different. I mean, it's nasty chemicals and stuff, but any euphoric effects that I feel from doing this are complementary to the goal of making armor. Just when you're in a tent and you're surrounded by nasty chemical fumes, sometimes it gets you a little loopy in the head, but that's not the point. That's just a byproduct. So hopefully with the camera at the lower resolution, everybody can read that. So what are we doing here? Well, first of all, my name is Yellowcake. I make fursuits. That's my main gig, but I also do cosplay armor, stuff like that on the side. And when it comes to making armor, I used to do it out of like foam. People use like Eva foam, shit like that. But the method that I've been using for several years, the like most professional way to do it, I'd say, is with Pepakura. So actually I can demonstrate the action cam here. This thingy here, it's that other camera. So let's go ahead and point you down here without breaking anything. Everything's like zip tied, so this is just attached to the top of the tent there. So yeah, we're making armor. I usually start by making it out of cardboard with a program called Pepakura, and let's get you out of the way. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be a nightmare. So for instance, here's like a greave, and you can see it's all hot glued on the inside. There's a little bit of wire on the edge here, and just to help keep everything solid. When it gets wet with the fiberglass, it tends to get a little droopy. So the first time I ever did armor like this was at my parents' last house, and I did it in the garage. And the sanding process is just so messy. The dust sticks to everything and it gets fucking everywhere. So I came up with a genius idea to start doing it in a tent. So I got the tent out here. The last tent I did it in was like a kiddie tent from when I was like I got it when I was like 9 years old. But this is a new one that I got, and I can actually stand up in it, which is great for my back. And hopefully I can do all the work I need in here, and then when I'm done, I can just shop vac all the walls, pull everything out, break it down, and you know, all of the danger powder and danger juice will be contained within this thing. Yeah, so as far as the stream goes, like I've been making suits for like 3 years, and I've had plenty of people tell me that you should stream while you make suits. I think I did it once, and it was kind of boring. I mean, I think some people showed up in the beginning, but then everybody left after like 10 minutes because, like, it's cool for a second, right? Get to see, you know, how the sausage is made. But after like 20 minutes of me just sewing the same thing over and over again, people are like, yeah, I get it, I'm out, I'm done. And I do want to stream though, and it's not necessarily because I want to like be a Twitch superstar or anything. It's I get very lonely while I'm working on stuff. Like, I spend most of my time in the basement doing very repetitive work. I mean, it's a job at the end of the day, right? And I just kind of like watch YouTube videos the whole time. And a lot of times my sleep schedule gets all fucked up, so I'm like completely flipped. And I'm awake when everybody's asleep, and I got nobody to talk to. And I just kind of like, I don't know, the days kind of all blend together, and I go a little bit stir crazy. So I'm hoping that having a Twitch stream to do will kind of give me some people to interact with, make me not feel as lonely. A big reason why I didn't want to do a stream for so long, though, is because I have really bad ADHD, and like doing a stream will sidetrack me so bad that like I'll get work done at like a quarter of the speed. That's kind of been my excuse for a very long time. But I thought maybe I can train myself to not do that. So, I mean, this is the first stream, so I'm going to be more focused on the streaming than the work. But I think once I get into the groove of it, I might get better at kind of like working while keeping things interesting, and like kind of train my brain to be able to multitask between chat and work, right? So it'll be a little rough to start out, but I think I'll get the hang of it. Next point of contention. What are we talking about here? Okay. So that's the philosophy of this whole thing done. Well, not quite. I should say. So I might do streams inside later. You get better at it. Yeah. You've been streaming for a long time, so I'm sure you know. I mean, it's a little like having a camera. Having 3 cameras is going to complicate things a little bit, and I've made this whole thing overly complicated. If I was smart, I would have just like done a regular stream first and then done the fucking 10 thing and then slowly added things, but instead I was like, no, I'm going to go for broke. I'm just going to try and do everything at the same time. It is working though. It seems like everything's working. The only thing that's not working is like my brain right now. Okay, so I might do streams inside later, just doing like regular fursuit stuff, but I figured this fiberglassing specifically would be a very interesting stream to put on because it sucks. It's like it looks weird. It looks very interesting. It's, you know, something most people don't ever get to see. Most people don't even know what I mean when I say fiberglassing. And like most of the time when I'm fiberglassing, I'm getting high as fuck on the fumes, and it's just making me super loopy. So I was like, okay, that combined with alcohol, combined with stream, this is gonna be a pretty fun time, pretty interesting time. But there's a lot of caveats with this that I've accounted for. So the main thing is the dust issue. Dust gets fucking everywhere when you do this, and that's going to be down the road, because first I got to fiberglass the stuff and then I sand it. The sanding is what's the really bad thing. I mean, the fiberglassing is too, but that's like sticky. It's not dust related. But to counteract the dust, maybe I could just use the main cam here and show you. So I rotate that around. That's where you guys live, in there. Got a little fan in there. It's basically just the same foam that I use for making like shields and stuff. This extruded polystyrene foam, and I had some extra polycarbonate. So the idea is dust won't settle on my computer and fuck it up. My keyboard is wrapped up in cellophane. I'm probably going to do the same thing with the mouse later on when I have to. And I have a little second screen here so I can read chat better when I get to that point, and it has also just been wrapped up in cellophane. Everything else in here is just like supplies, etc. Got some boxed wine ready to go. Boom boxes all wrapped. So it's kind of like if you go to like your rich parents' house, and you know they have all the furniture wrapped up and you're not allowed to sit on it because they're super prim and proper. Except this is a little bit more dire. Like once this dust gets on shit, it's just ruined. Wrap the wine glass too. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, the dust part's not going to be coming for quite a while, so I just kind of preemptively wrapped a lot of stuff. And these headphones, so I just put duct tape on. These are brand new headphones, and I just put duct tape all over them because the cellophane wasn't really sticking very well. So yeah, I figured having stream out here doing this would be more interesting than normal stream, so that's why we're doing this. That's why I've put myself through all of this BS. But now I can show you some of the other things that I got ready here. So I wanted a POV cam, right? This is the action cam. This is the all the cameras are out of sync. Point at nothing right now, but it won't be in a second. So I just kind of like this is usually what I do with electronics. I hot glue and solder a bunch of shit together with scrap wire and actual cameras right there with a little light, so I can take this. I don't know how I gotta fit this plus the headphone. Okay, headphones are gonna have to come off. We're gonna have to flip that around. Oh yeah, I look like a chef. Alright, so do that. Oh, this might not work either because the battery pack. I haven't thought this through. Maybe we're gonna have to go sideways. Like that. This will work just for demonstration purposes. Okay, you know what? Hat's coming off. Hat's coming off. It's the only way this is gonna work. Okay. Yoink. And then yoink. Okay. There's like a little halo from the fucking light. I'm gonna have to do something about that. But it's laggy. It's laggy. Technical issues. This worked great inside, but there's bad internet out here. All of the cameras are horribly out of sync. But you know, the idea is like while I'm working, you guys can like see what I'm doing, see what I'm working on. You guys can get yellow cake vision. Wow, that halo is really bad. This is all things to fix in the next stream. So I'm gonna start showing you guys some of the armor now that we've gone over the situation here. These tents are really cool, by the way. So I was really mad when I bought this because I bought the tent like a year and a half ago. It was like $120, and I was thinking like, oh, this is just gonna be like, obviously this is gonna be a complete tent for $120, but no, it's just the tent part of the tent. It doesn't come with like scaffolding of any kind. So I had to go to Walmart, and they wanted like $200 for their proprietary one, but like I got one from Walmart that fits. It's just like a 10 by 10 canopy, and then this just kind of like attaches to the scaffolding of the canopy. But this didn't have a proper ceiling to it. Like it had like a screen, and I don't want that because it has to be warm in here because the fiberglass won't cure properly unless it's like hot enough, which is why I have this little space heater in here. And with the screen on the top, all the fucking heat will just leak out. So I just zip tied this tarp up to the whole ceiling, and so far it seems to be working out pretty good. I mean, this heater's on pretty low power, and it's like, you know, reasonably room temp in here. Hi, Argo. Welcome to the stream. I'm going over the insanity going on here. We're gonna get to work in a little bit, but I figured I'd just showcase what we're doing for a while. So, I mean, as I'm working, you know, I'll be telling you guys about the process and how it all plays out, how things are done. Might learn something. I mean, I kind of figured like there are plenty of streamers out there that will literally just watch YouTube videos with their chat with like a avatar or something, and people watch that, people like that, as long as, you know, the person is charismatic enough. So that's pretty much what I do while I'm making shit all day. So figured you guys could be here with me to do it. We can just watch YouTube videos and listen to music and shit together while we all talk about stuff, and I tell you guys about all the weird stuff I do. Yeah, I mean, this thing is like, it's like pushing my face in. Also, like, I know most people like it when I look at the camera, but the camera's over here because I have this big box on my fucking, I don't know. I need to look at, there, I need to look at you guys. The chat's down here. Memes. I got the Rizzy, yeah. Well, I'm not going to be in this for very, well, I'm going to keep this on for warmth, but when we get down to business, I'm going to show you guys the kit here. We got these lovely, you know, Breaking Bad yellow Tyvek suits, and I've bought lots of Tyvek suits in the past for doing this, and if you go to like Lowe's or something, they want like $12 fucking for a Tyvek suit that's just disposable and is gonna get broken pretty quick anyways. But I was at Dollar Tree just buying like snacks yesterday, and they had these there for $1.25, and I was like, oh my god, I'm buying all of them right now. So I'm stocked up on Tyvek suits. I mean, the gear is pretty much. I try streaming. I'm afraid I'm always boring. Yeah, I mean, me too, right? Like I was pretty nervous going into this. I'm gonna take this thing off for a second because it is on battery power. Not just on battery power, but batteries that I bought online that were used that came out of modems. So, you know, they probably aren't 100%. When we do stuff later, I'll do that. I mean, what's cool is that, like, if I have to run back inside for anything, I could just put the FPV cam on and give you guys, like, yellow cake vision as I'm just, like, running around the house. And it should still be able to stream just fine, regardless of where I go in the house, which is pretty cool. How have I been? Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, like, busy as usual and making extra work for myself. Like, I already had enough work to do with actually fiberglassing this stuff, and then I was like, yeah, you know what would be cool is if I just streamed it and gave myself a bunch of extra work. So this has been like several days of me having to put things together and the whole 9 yards. So I should say, by the way, the stream is 18 plus. We're gonna be talking about like adult things necessarily, but I mean, you know, it's for adults, okay? I don't want any fucking kiddies here. I'm a bad influence on them. I'm gonna be smoking, I'm gonna be drinking. Twitch says it's fine as long as you like make that obvious that you're doing that in the like that there's tags and stuff. So it should be cool. Everything should be cool. I'm not getting any fucking sponsors, but I don't care. This isn't for money. So yeah, the POV, which actually I'm gonna get rid of that now because he's out of commission for a minute. And I should mention down the bottom right, I made a playlist of just like various jungle beats and, you know, old 90s tracks and mixes, and that's cropped to show whatever is playing from that playlist. So if you guys like the music and you want to check it out, that's where that's at. So, and I'm probably gonna do like I'm gonna download the VOD, and I'm probably gonna do like a compilation type thing of moments from this or whatever. I might just bring the whole VOD over, but I'm currently recording a separate Audacity track of my voice right now, so that hopefully I can like overlay the music onto everything else, and it still works. We'll see. We'll still see how well that works. I don't know how long you can leave an Audacity track go without it like breaking, but stream's supposed to be 6 hours, so maybe I'll just chop it up into little 6-hour chunks or something. Anyways, 18 plus, like I said. Okay, so rest of the kit we've gone over. We've gone over the Tyvek. This is my workhorse here. I used to use, like, you just get the respirators and then I would wear separate goggles, but the problem is that you end up having, like, even when you're wearing these, like I said, the dust gets everywhere. So, like, I would wear a respirator and I would still get, like, a line of dust, like, around my nose. Because it would, like, sneak its way in past the groove. So this is, like, double layered, right? This has, like, one for the mouth, one for the rest. And you can see there's that little mic in there that I hot glued in there, which is for these shitty headphones. And then took an RCA cable. I'm gonna demonstrate this later, but the audio is it's so bad because the mic is so close to my face, so it's terrible. I might just use it just for a minute as a gag, but I'm hoping that I could just hold the snowball up to my face and you guys can hear it reasonably. I should have been doing that this whole time actually because of the game with the music. I mean, can you hear me just fine over the music from this distance? Or also, if things get really crazy, I have a couple of these bad boys. So these are That sound fine? Okay, sweet. So these are GP5 gas masks. They're old Russian gas masks. Well, they're not old. They actually still make them. But I bought a whole bunch of these like 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. And these are, the GP is general purpose. So they just gave these to military, the public, just whoever. And they're really good gas masks, especially if you have a beard, because instead of having straps in the back, it's just all one big rubber thing. So if you have long hair and a beard, it usually seals pretty well. And these were cheap when I got them. It was like $15 for this one filter canister, which is supposed to last like 24 hours, even if you're just saturated in nerve gas. And a nice little carrying bag too, that's like canvas and like, you know, camouflage and stuff. So I just got these on eBay a long time ago, right? $15 for a whole selection. You can't. I don't think you can get them now though, because the war in Ukraine. You know, these are Russian. I got them from Russia when I got them, and like you can't do that right now, not for a long time. So you know, I mean, they probably are still for sale, but people are going to scalp the prices and make them more expensive. But these things work great. I've used this when I was making moonshine one time. I had a batch go bad. It was actually supposed to be whiskey, but I forgot to add barley to it. So you need barley as an enzyme to be able to digest the moonshine. So instead, some bacteria got in there. I think it was bacillus, which is like wet spot. It basically just smells like rotten milk. So I had a 5-gallon bucket of what was essentially disgusting rotten milk liquid. And it was so bad that I was actually, like, I was gonna throw up. So I just put this on and couldn't smell a fucking thing. So if it gets really intense, I'll use these guys. And what's interesting too is these cartridges. They have asbestos in them, actually. And you would think that it would be really bad having something that has asbestos in it attached to your face with you sucking air through it, right? Because that's the danger, is breathing it in. But it's actually fine, because the asbestos is like sandwiched between, like, there's multiple layers. There's like a like a paper filter, or a fabric filter, then there's like a charcoal filter, then there's the asbestos, and then there's another paper filter. So there's no way for the fibers to actually get out. Like, you'd have to cut this thing open and like huff the fucking powder in it for it to be dangerous. But asbestos works really good, like, as a gas mask material. So, and I have a whole bunch of these. I bought a bunch extra. But the main workhorse is going to be the newer one. And I think I mentioned when I was setting all this up, I realized that the internet was not going to reach out here all the way out in the backyard in the woods. So I ended up running a 75-foot Cat5 cable from our router. But before I did that, because I was going to stream on Wednesday, and then I found out, and then so how can I explain this? I'm really stupid. And I don't just, like, buy things, like, when I should. Instead, like, I'll just get a bunch of scrap and just try to make stuff with what I have for the scrap to save money. But it ends up taking me, like, so much longer to make a thing out of scrap that's going to be worse than if I just bought it. And, like, the amount of time that I saved is totally not worth it. So with this internet cable, I have just, a big thing of scrap cable. And I had a bunch of scrap Cat5 wire in it. And instead of just buying the cable, I soldered together like 7 sections of this Cat5 cable to get long enough to come out to the tent, and that still wasn't long enough. So then I used some coax wire that's meant for fucking sending audio signals, like the RCA ones that you have on like old game consoles. I just used that. I was like, well, it's wire, right? Wire's wire, and I just need 8 wires to send the internet signal out. And it did reach out here, and it was working. But the down speed was fine. That was like 80 megabytes per second. But for some reason, the up speed was like 0.2 megabytes per second. And this is all up speed stuff, so this was totally not going to be enough to do it. And it probably had something to do with, you know, running it through speaker wire. So I just dropped the $11 and got a 75-foot cable. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Yeah, and the best part is that it did work. The down worked, the up didn't work. I think it was because of the speaker cable, because when I hooked it up before the speaker cable, it was fine. So it was that like extra 10 feet of speaker cable that I needed to screw it up. But it's all good now. It's all hooked up correctly. And I mean, yeah, it seems like everything is cooking. Yeah, you gotta cut your losses. It's just like, part of it's just like being broke all the time, and the other part is like not wanting to waste stuff, you know? And like, you know, I have the tools to do pretty much anything. So I look at a situation and I'm like, yeah, I could fix that. And I don't think like I'm gonna waste 8 hours trying to fix it when I could just spend $10, you know? My time is better spent elsewhere, like working on this stuff, which I'm gonna do here pretty soon, but I'm kind of having fun just like talking to you guys right now. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna wait a little bit for the wine though. What's some dub techno? I think dub techno will fit the vibes of this pretty well. Sus? What is sus? Yeah. Yeah, so I was just playing, it was like jungle mixes. My playlist is pretty much got some jungle and drum and bass, a little bit of breakbeat, and then dub techno, and then some like, remember like Macintosh Plus, that like vaporwave kind of vibe. There's this artist that does compilations and mixes of like 70s and 80s like smooth jazz, but they mix it to where it's like more vaporwavy, and they add like synthesizers and shit to it. Haircuts for Men is the name of the artist. Macro Blank is also a good one. But yeah, dub techno has like a vibe. I did a lot of studying in college to dub techno. A lot of my calculus was done to this music. It's just like focus music, think music, you know? So, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do... Well, if we're doing the stream for 6 hours, I probably will do a little bit of fiberglassing, but before I do that, I have to do some polyurethane coats on some of the parts. So anything that's this purple foam, right? Which I use the scrap to make the boxes and shit, but I will get the sword here. I should also say this is Artorias' armor from Dark Souls. So we're doing his sword and shield and his full armor set, and this is for Tiberius as a commission. The sword barely fucking fits in here, but oh, that's like hitting the ceiling. I'll hold it sideways. That's the whole beast there. I mean, if this was made out of metal, it would weigh like fucking 200 pounds, but it's not. It's made out of wood and foam, and soon to be fiberglass, but that's not going to add too much weight. So the base of it is basically just a plank of just solid pine, and I use a jigsaw to cut like the spine into it, because there's like a taper, obviously, because it's a sword, right? So I use that to taper it down, and then to get this like beveled edge on there, I use an angle grinder with a flat disc, which is basically just like, it's basically a bunch of little things of sandpaper on a disc, and it grinds away this wood like really fast. That's also what I'm going to use to be grinding away the armor itself, which is why it gets so messy, because it just flings it right out. Pine, just because it's cheap. Like, there's really no like 99% of all wood ever is pine, because it grows quickly. That's why we use it in building materials and stuff, because like, it works fine. It's pine, but like, there's a few scenarios where you would want to use nicer wood. You know, if you were making like a nice tabletop or veneer, or you wanted some wood that was like really durable and hard. But like, he's not going to be hitting shit with this, I hope. So that's not really an issue. I do a bit of HEMA, which is historical European martial arts, and I've made wooden swords for it. And I made them out of pine to begin with, like long swords and stuff. And then everybody online who does this was like, don't use pine because it'll split. And then like Like a wooden sword on its own is pretty safe, but if it splits when you're in a fight with someone, and then you have like a broken, jagged edge, and you don't notice, you could go to poke them, and it would just like cut right into them. So they're kind of dangerous. So my first set of HEMA swords I made out of red oak, and I thought it was going to work really well. And after 2 hours of fighting with friends, they broke as well. So then I made them out of hickory, and the hickory seems to be holding up well. But for stuff like this, pine is fine. Pine is fine. And the rest of the details and stuff on here to add, like, you know, the thickness to it, this is just that same foam, and it's all hot glued on there. So the thing is, anything that has this foam on it, which is just polystyrene foam, right? But it's not the popcorn foam that you usually imagine, like things are packaged in. That is expanded polystyrene. This is extruded polystyrene, so the bubbles are way smaller, and like it just carves way better, and it holds the shape way better. Like if you tried to carve the expanded stuff, the balls would just, I mean, you know how it is when you pull something out of a package, the balls just go everywhere and they flake off. This isn't like that. It's way better. But it is still polystyrene, and polystyrene does not like organic solvents. So gasoline, acetone, fiberglass, all these things will melt it. And I have used that to my advantage before, like if I'm trying to make like weathered stuff. Like when I made Pyramid Head, I just put fiberglass directly on it, and it melted it partially and gave it this really like divoted look. But it also made it really brittle on the surface, so if you break off a chunk, it's just like ruined. And the foam I used for that was green, so it's like red Pyramid Head, and then there's like green under it if you accidentally touch it too hard. It's kind of a mess. But the way to counteract that is to cover something over it that doesn't care about fiberglass, and for me it's going to be polyurethane. I have a container of polyurethane I've been using for several years. Hopefully it's not all hardened already, but we're going to be covering this and the shield, and I got a couple other little pieces on the armor that have some details made out of the foam. They're going to have to get covered, and then I'm going to have to leave that cure overnight, and then probably tomorrow I can start on the fiberglassing. But depending on how the stream goes, I might just fiberglass some parts tonight that don't have the foam on it, just to kind of show you guys what's up. Yeah, learning time. That's what I mean. Like, this stream's gonna be like a little bit of education, a little bit, you know, I'll be able to like just give you guys story time while I'm working, and once we're in the groove of it and everything's cooled off, I might be able to switch to like watching some YouTube videos or something. I mean, I watch lots of like, I watch all sorts of shit on YouTube, but when I'm working, it's usually like long format documentary type stuff, you know, historical stuff, I watch a lot of like boat content, you know, just whatever. So if you guys have any suggestions for stuff like that, I'd be down to watch once we get in the swing. You're working on your printer. What printer do you have? I have an Ender 3. It's always a pain in the ass. And then I have a lull spot that Xeon gave me, was broken, and I managed to fix it up. It just needed a new hot end on it. It was like squirting out of the sides of the nozzle. It still is kind of broke, but I just like jammed that nozzle in there and called it a day, and seems to be okay. A Prusa, nice. Yeah, it seems like now that printers have gotten more popular, they're kind of standardized at this point. Like if you go to buy a hot end, it's probably going to be like the same hot end that everything else uses, and the little heater, there's little cylinders that are the heater units. They're usually compatible with everything. The thermistors are compatible with everything. I need like a bigger printer, because the new Protogen that I did, I had to print it in several like 15 different pieces, just because my printer's not big enough. And I redesigned. That's the Coelicant Protogen design, and I redesigned a lot of it to give it like a chamfer on the parts, so that I can print in smaller pieces and then bolt the pieces together, because the hot gluing them together just doesn't seem like the move, you know? So I can actually show you guys. Other than the armor, I got another important thing. Okay. This important thing is going to be getting fiberglassed, and again, small printer, had to do it in a bunch of parts, and it's all in these little pieces. So what this is a buck, and this is for vacuum forming. So for the actual Protogen visor, obviously it's just made out of clear plastic, but to get this shape, you got to vacuum form it, and this buck is basically just, you know, a solid template that you can vacuum form it onto. The reason why I have to fiberglass it is because it's in several pieces and the printer kind of fucked up. If you look at the nose here, see there's that little divot there? It like pinched it on the very end of it. I don't know why it did that at the very end of the print, but so what I'm gonna do, it's got that, and it's got, like, if you look really close, this light, hold on. Better lighting here. So if you look at these edges here, there's like a little divot in there. There's divots at the top. All these tiny little things that seem inconsequential will actually show up in the vacuum form, and then it won't be perfectly clear. And if you need to see it, then you need to be able to, like, if you're looking through this plastic, so it needs to be like perfectly smooth, or else you're not gonna be able to see shit. So working on modding the enclosure. Nice. That sounds like something that I do. And fixing the air filter. It has an air filter? Where's the air filter at? I thought it was just like fans. You have a fan on the hot end, and then you get the cooler fan that blows down onto the filament. The whole enclosure has a filter. That's pretty cool. I made an enclosure for my ender. I think having an enclosure is nice because the heaters don't have to work as hard to maintain temperature. And it helps with the sound. Although I kind of like the sound of printers. They're, you know, they make little cute robot noises. But yeah, so we're going to be fiberglassing this. Well, we're not actually going to be fiberglassing it. We're going to be using resin, but we're going to be using filler. Well, I'm going to be making filler, actually, because you can buy, like, Bondo filler, but it's basically just, like, talc or, like, some sort of aggregate, like sand or a powder or something mixed with resin, basically, to turn it into like a putty that you can just like spudger on here. But it's expensive and I don't want to spend money on it, so I figured out a way to make my own. I was going to use talc because everybody said to use talc online, but you can't find talc anymore because it's a rock powder, kind of like asbestos, and apparently it causes cancer. So, fucking everything good ever causes cancer. I mean, breathing in rocks is not good for you, so obviously it's going to do something nasty to your lungs. But baby powder used to be talcum powder. It's actually not anymore. It's all cornstarch. So, once I found that out, I was like, why don't I try cornstarch? And then I did, and it worked great. So, what I use instead is cheapo cornstarch. So I mix the resin together, add this to it until it gets to the desired thickness, and then I can just spread it into all these little edges and stuff. And then once it's all on there, then I can sand it down. But other than the cracks and the seams between it, there's also just like with a 3D print, there's these layers, so it's not actually perfectly smooth, and I need this to be like smooth as fuck. So after I use the filler on these parts, then I'm just going to cover the whole thing in just a layer of resin, and then I'm just going to sand the whole thing until it's like polished, and then the buck will be done, and then I'll be able to use it to make Protogen visors. So that's part of the plan for today. I might do the buck today. That'll probably be something that I'll fiberglass. Sound dampening, yeah. I actually like the sound of printers. I think they're cute. I mean, it's down in my workshop, so it's nice just to, like, I don't know, it's kind of like white noise to me. It's just like having background noise while you work, you know? But yeah, I need to get a bigger printer. And a faster printer. A faster printer would be nice. So, other than the cornstarch, though, I did drop a little bit of money on some better fillers. So I'll show you that here. So what the professionals usually use, you got this stuff called Cabasil, and it's basically cancer in a bottle, because it's literally just ground up glass. And I'm going to open this very gingerly here, but it feels like this is empty. It feels like this has no weight to it at all, because it's glass that has been turned into like snow. Look at that. It's so like it's jiggling. It's so light and fluffy that it like jiggles. Don't breathe this. So that's Cabasil. And there's also, I think I got some, I got talc. Okay, so I actually do have talc, but this is going to be reserved for the more important stuff. So I'll probably use the talc on the Protogen buck, and I'll keep the cornstarch for doing all the armor. I've had people tell me like, well, isn't it gonna like rot because there's cornstarch in it? Like, no, because it's like permanently entombed in the resin, and also like it's armor, like it's not gonna be getting wet. Like if I was using this fiberglass on a boat, that's usually what people use it for, is for shit like boats. I mean, actually fiberglass is in a ton of stuff. Any like big plastic thing you see is probably not vacuum formed, or like, you know, or poly, or like it's probably not polyethylene plastic. It's probably like fiberglass, because the fiberglass adds rigidity to it. So if you go to like fucking Disneyland or something, and there's like a big sculpture or like a bunch of rocks or shit, if you go up to it and you like knock on it and it's hollow, it's probably because it's fiberglass. And you can usually tell because the surface has this kind of like look to it. Here, I'll just show you. I got a whole bunch extra, but I'm gonna very carefully take this out. So here's some scrap fiberglass, and you can kind of see, how the surface looks. It's got this kind of crosshatch look to it. And if you look closely at any sort of like big sculpture or whatever, then it's hollow. The surface up close probably looks like this. And just doing that already got a bunch of little strands of fiberglass everywhere. If you breathe one breath of that, what would happen? I mean, it would suck. Like, it would totally like it's glass powder, so it would probably like chew up your sinuses and be really nasty. I mean, even wearing my mask while I'm doing this, like I still get dust in my nose. But your nose is pretty good at like filtering stuff. Like most people don't realize when they're just out and about, unless they're working out, you're usually breathing in through your nose. And that's kind of on purpose, because your nose is able to like filter stuff. So usually after I get done working on shit, if I'm like spray painting, my nose will be whatever color of the thing that I was spray painting was. And you know, so the nose captures a lot of it. I mean, you have like mucus all the way down your larynx and like into your lungs and stuff. So your body does have ways of like getting that shit out. So usually after I get done fiberglassing, you know, I'll just have like kind of a sore throat and just kind of be coughing a little bit of it up. But I don't do this that often, so it's probably not that bad. It's more of an issue if you like work in a factory and you were around this like every day, you know. Yeah, the forbidden cotton, it literally is. So I mean, yeah, like fiberglass insulation is the same thing as what I'm using here. It's just in a different shape. So it's just like puffed up. But, you know, this is just the same stuff. It's just compressed down into a mat. But I also have some cloth. I haven't opened this yet, but the cloth is, instead of it just being like random directions, it's like an actual, show you that. Probably can't really tell on the camera, but it's just a nice grid. And if you ever have things that are carbon fiber, you know how carbon fiber looks, where it's like crosshatched? That's what this is. This is crosshatched in the same way. And anything that's made out of carbon fiber is actually fiberglass, quote unquote. They use the same resin. It's just instead of using the fiberglass as the like aggregate material, you use carbon fiber, but it's knitted in the same way, and it has very similar structural properties to fiberglass. So it looks good. It looks good on the outside. But when you use carbon fiber for this stuff, it tends to be more flexible. So it works good for like, I don't know, like a fucking golf club Like I like golf clubs and like a lot of baseball bats and just shit like that or like fishing poles, anything that's like got some flex to it. It's usually made out of fiberglass like this or carbon fiber. So that's why I use matte more than anything else, because the matte keeps it more rigid. And the armor will have a little bit of flex to it, but I've just felt that the matte, it soaks up the resin better. It's a little bit thicker. Just makes everything a little bit more tough. So actually, the little headset thing that I made, the stupid little thing. So this has an ESP32 microcontroller in it, which they're very cheap microcontrollers that have Wi-Fi capability. And they have Bluetooth capability, and they're ESP32s are like the slightly faster version. They're like $5 each, and then ESP8266s are even cheaper. They're like $2 or $3, but they're a little bit slower. But I've been using them for like all my electronics projects lately. I use them in my protogens for the LEDs, because you can literally just run a hotspot on your phone, and you just go to the IP address of the little thing, and it'll like pull up a whole menu, and you can control all the LEDs with it. Way better than a fucking Arduino. Honestly, the only caveat is that the logic for them is 3.3 volts and not 5 volts. So, like most LEDs, like 5-volt logic, but as it turns out, if you just do a sacrificial LED is what I usually do. You put one LED at the very start, like right next to the microcontroller, and that will bump up the data signal of 5 volts, and you send that off to the actual LEDs that are going to light up. And that seemed to work perfect. They make like logic level shifters for doing this kind of stuff, and I bought some, and the logic level shifters completely didn't work. They sucked. So I just do the sacrificial LED thing, and it works great. Grabbing coffee? Okay. Enjoy your coffee. It is a coffee kind of day. I figured it is Saturday, so most of you guys are probably going to get out of here eventually and go party and stuff. I probably am too, but little pre-stream hangout is probably good, right? Mountain Dew. I got some stuff here too. I got still nursing this Rockstar. I have some moon pies. Got some snap peas. These fucking things. These are like crack. These snap peas. So it's literally it's just peas. It's like puffed peas, but they're amazing. They're like better than Cheetos, and they have like 40% of your daily fiber in them. Like, you will shit so good after eating these. But it's just like they're better than like any like Cheeto snack you could get. I fucking love these things. I just went to the Dollar Tree the other day and just bought a bunch of these little bags of it for $1 each. The Dollar Tree is the bomb. Energy drinks for $1. Fucking, I got this whole thing of moon pies for $1. I fuck with some moon pies, dude. Got 8 of them in there. That's like 12 cents a moon pie. It's crazy. Ugh. I'm like, I need to get down to work soon, but I'm just having fun talking to you guys. So I was here, so we got 5 viewers. I don't know if anybody else is just lurking in the chat. Waffles. I think they sell waffles too. They have a very small frozen section at Dollar Tree. And like pretty much everything is $1 there. So they probably do have dollar waffles there. Usually I go to Aldi, because Aldi is also very cheap. At least they were. I think after COVID they realized that they're very popular, so they started bumping their prices up a little bit. I think all food has just been getting more expensive lately. It's crazy. Like, food keeps going up in price, and electronics keep going down in price. Like, the economies of scale to make tech is so enormous at this point. It's like, you know, again, microcontrollers for like $2, like brand new. It's just, everything is so fucking cheap on AliExpress. Like, things seem like they're more expensive if you get them on Amazon, but you're paying for the convenience. You're paying like 70% more for the convenience. Oh, weight painting, yeah, that's something really fun. It took me a while to kind of get the hang of it, but once you figure it out, it makes like a lot more sense. I mean, like, that's why it's called Blender, right? Because you're able to sort of, like, blend all these polygons together and make them do, like, very organic-looking things with weight painting. Yeah, once you know how to do it, though, I mean, there's also, like, algorithms to do auto weight painting, but it usually kind of fucks up. Like, it'll just pick the nearest polygons to a bone, and it'll just assign them to the bone. But you have to go into weight paint, and you have to manually check everything and make sure that nothing, like, screwed up or got weird. That's why I'm not too, like, I am kind of worried about AI, but at the same time, I mean, like AI itself isn't an issue, it's just the way fucking people are using it, and, like, everybody, like, immediately just started using it to manipulate people and fucking, you know, manipulate algorithms and just do lame shit. But I think, like, as a tool, like, what, like, if it's used to just, you know, like, you have something that you need to do, like, a million times, like weight painting, for instance, you could use AI and you could tell it, like only weight paint the tail, and it'll be able to, like, analyze the model and, like, only do that for you. But it's still gonna need hand holding, like, it's gonna fuck up parts of it, so there always has to be, like, a person in control, you know. You have acupuncture needles? Hey, Sammy. Staying away from the... I don't... it's all fiberglass. There is no silicone. Well, actually, I think I do have some silicone. Hold on. I have a bunch of nasty stuff in these boxes. Hold on. Let's move you over to there. There we go. Oh, you're upside down. Of course you are. There we go. How's that? Is that better? All right. PVA. This is mold separator. This is mold wax. I think that's clay. Here we go. There's silicone. Platinum Cure silicone. 2-part mix. Some more cancer dust. This is literally it's a bag of chopped fiberglass mat. So it's literally just like a bunch of little shavings of fiberglass. Don't breathe this. Also got a little bit of leftover expansion foam in 2 parts. Most of this stuff has probably gone bad by now. Actually, that's something I need to do today. I got 3 opened containers of fiberglass that are all different brands, and I want to see if they're bad or not, because if they are, if you decided to use some bad fiberglass on this cardboard armor and it doesn't cure. This only happened once for me when I was working on the Protogen in a mold, and if it doesn't cure, you're like fucked, because now you have, like, this part that you needed, that you spent all this time on, is now soaked in this goopy resin that is just permanently goopy resin. It won't ever so if it soaks into the cardboard, I'm completely screwed. I have to just completely redo it. When it screwed up for me, it was in a mold, so I had to spend like 8 hours just like scraping out this partially hardened goop from all of these molds, trying not to fuck up the molds themselves in the process. So what I'm going to do is a little test batch of these 3 open containers to make sure that they're going to work, and then tomorrow, if they work, then I'll use them. So I'll probably get down to that here shortly. Yeah, it was not fun. I'm thinking if I do a cardboard box here that I can like set stuff up on, and then I can have this camera pointed at it, like so. I'm probably not going to need the hazmat gear right now. I think later on, once we get a little further into this mess. But for the polyurethane, I'm not going to need it. And if I'm just testing this resin out, I'm probably not going to need it either. I'm going to need some gloves, though. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. So, stupid camera, please point at the box. Thank you. Point at the box. There we go. There's the box. Okay. I need some tape. man smoking a Camel in an enclosed tent like a Yeah, I mean, there is some ventilation in here. It's not great, but I want to put my hat back on too. I really don't want to get resin in my hair. If you've ever gotten like pine resin in your hair climbing trees, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it ain't coming out. The hair has to get cut. Ugh. There we go. So this little box will be my workbench for now. I made 3 workbenches out of scrap wood. I mean, you can see I got one back here. The actual computer is sitting on one, and there's another one over here with the wine and shit on it. And I think once I'm like a week into this, I'm probably going to end up using those tables to actually work on. But for now, we're just going to use this cardboard. Okay, I'm gonna grab some gloves. Let's get into it. This will be a good first course of action. Usually I actually double glove when I'm doing this because, go figure, fiberglass resin melts through gloves as well. It melts through nitrile gloves, melts through vinyl gloves, melts through latex gloves. I'm using vinyl gloves because they're the cheapest. When I'm actually working, I'll be using 2 layers of gloves, but I think for now I can just use 1 and it'll be okay. So I got these little volumetric test cups here that I'm going to be using. It's very important when you're working with fiberglass that you use polyethylene cups, so like normal pop bottle plastic. You can usually tell if it's polyethylene because it's got that flex to it, and it's usually clear. If you use styrene cups, polystyrene cups, like, you know, the foam cups, it will immediately melt through that. But not just the foam cups, you know, like red Solo cups? Those are actually styrene as well, polystyrene. They're just not expanded polystyrene. But yeah, like any like white plastics like that are usually styrene. And I know because I tried to mix some fiberglass in a Solo cup before, and it within like a minute the Solo cup just turned into fucking goop. So we learned that lesson. Double glove. No, we're on a single glove right now. It should be all I need. So action cam right here. I'm gonna actually label these. Do I have a marker? I might not have a marker. I might have to go inside to get a marker. Yeah. Okay, well in that case I'm gonna do the FPV cam for fun. For funsies. Some scudge on the lens of it. That might be what that halo is from. I'm not gonna put it on my head though because it's a pain in the ass. Okay. You guys are gonna have to deal with the scum lens. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm gonna go inside and get a marker. You guys will be able to watch me. You won't be able to hear me though. There's no microphone on this. Oh, I'm back. I made it. Did you guys get to see Capcom? My cat, Capcom. He's a good boy. Okay, so you guys did see the basement then. Good. I'm gonna turn the device off. The thingy. Alright, the thingy is off. You did? Okay. I don't think he liked the light in his face. Okay, so... resin. Okay. What did I write on here? Only use with ill street methyl ethyl ketone peroxide may be bad? Well, we're gonna find out. It's still liquid. And then... oh, I've got two. Oh! Oh! I've got two. Okay, I'm gonna need 4 cups then. Yeah, this container of Bondo. So this is just like, this is the name brand 3M fiberglass resin. A lot of time you'll hear people refer to fiberglass resin as just Bondo. Because, like, yeah, this is Bondo. Where I have Bondo. They're both called Bondo. We're gonna do Bondo Green. Bondo Blue. The other container's blue. And Ill Streets is the name of that manufacturer. I think this is actually the resin that screwed me over last time. So we're gonna find out if it was the resin, maybe it was the hardener. I don't know. There's the blue Bondo. Okay. And then this is one of the containers of the new resin that I got that should work, but I'm still going to check it because this has been open for quite a while. Last time I used it was when we bought our trailer. The roof was leaking, and it was like, you know, that was like make or break. I mean, fucking roof leaks, it's like, what do you do, right? And I was like, well, I did just buy 5 gallons of fiberglass resin for cosplay, and they use this shit for boats, and it makes boats waterproof, so it could probably handle a little bit of rainwater, right? So I pulled down all, like, the ceiling and the studs and shit, in the ceiling to get to the bottom of the roof, which is just sheet metal on trailers, and I just fucking coated every seam and every little pinhole with fiberglass resin. It worked great. Doesn't leak anymore. Doesn't leak no more. Now is the time where I should probably stop smoking because this shit is really flammable and very explosive, but it's never done that to me, so I kind of, like, don't think it's as explosive as they say. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, drop it in the stuff, but you saw Cappy? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So this is Venture Pour. Alright. So it's not just the resin that I need, I also need the hardener. And, I'm pretty sure all the hardener is like the same chemically, but I'm still going to try to use the one for this specific brand just to be extra safe. And the hardener is methyl ethyl ketone peroxide, and you just need a tiny bit of it for all the resin. It comes in these little bottles. There's a whole bunch of danger there. Surface breathe the danger. Keep away from heat, sparks, and flames. Causes severe burns on prolonged contact. Thoroughly wash and rinse after exposure for at least 15 minutes. Seek immediate medical attention. Use protection for eyes, skin, mouth, safety glasses, gloves, other protection methods. Wear a respirator, mask while using. Store at room temperature, less than 90 degrees and below 75 Fahrenheit. Keep out of reach of children, of course. I am not a child. Everybody knows that. No children allowed on the stream is 18 plus. 18 plus chemical. Okay. Well, you would see the explosion too, and then the stream would probably cut out. But should be fine. But I have to figure out which hardener goes with which resin. Hold on, I'm gonna rotate you. Okay, so these both have a little bit, and I'm gonna use that stuff for the Bondo, and then I need a little bit of hardener for the new stuff, which should be here somewhere. At the crib playing fucked up at the crib eating Deto's. Fucked up in the crib playing Hold on, I'm thinking. Man, am I gonna run out of fucking hardener? So I have 3 new containers. Oh, it does come with it. Okay. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Well, I can't find the hardener for the stuff that's probably bad, so I'm just gonna try to use some of this other hardener, and we'll see if it works. That pipette has seen better days. Let's get a new pipette. Yeah, these are nice. So, the ratio I always use, I usually will put 4 ounces or a half cup of resin in, and then I do 40 drops for it. So basically 10 drops of the hardener per 1 ounce of the resin usually works out. Stir stick. Okay. Alright, you guys see it here. Come on. Angle you down there. Alright. Okay, so we're starting with Bondo Blue. Oh. I just realized. So the resin hardens in the container a little bit, and it usually hardens around the tops. So I'm probably not going to be able to get these off without a wrench. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a wrench. Okay, I'm back. Please do not try any of it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you can, but just, like, observe proper safety practices, right? Observe proper safety protocol. Hold on. Let's get you facing... Okay, you know what? Give me, like, 2 seconds. I'm gonna actually try to remove this lens cover because you guys can't see shit with it in the way. I put this on here to try to protect it from dust, but I'm not even, like, making dust right now, so... Everything stream related seems to be working just fine. It's just all the sciencey stuff that's giving me issues. Hey, you guys can see! Oh, shit. No cap. Oh, now it's stuttering. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I hope this train wreck is entertaining enough. Alright. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna start with the green, and I'm gonna shake it up really good first. Get it all stirred up. This stuff's been sitting in the same position for like a year. Oh, they all fell over. Okay, that's gonna be really bad if that happens when they're all filled with resin. I'm thinking. Hold on. Maybe I'm about to have a brain blast. Hold on. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. So now I can, like, set the cups up there. Cups. Okay. I should pour Bondo blue. I want Bondo green. Oh yeah, the wrench takes that right off. Okay, Bondo green. So I'm gonna pour. Well, I don't want to do a full 4 ounces, so we'll do like 2. Oh, there it is. And this smell, let me tell you, very unique smell with fiberglass resin. There's nothing that smells like it. I think it's the styrene in it, but I've always liked the smell. I've always thought that it was quite enjoyable. So I don't need to use the pipette for this because the hardener for it just comes in a little thing that I have a hole poked in. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Do a couple extra for good measure. It's about 25. I'll go for 26. I usually do a little bit extra on the hardener. And get my stir stick. You gotta mix this stuff up really, really thoroughly. I mean, it sucks I'm wasting this because this is literally just gonna be like a chunk of nothing. A completely useless chunk. But gotta make sure it's gonna work. So this stuff, as you can see, it's very dark, right? It's almost got like an amber color to it. And if you watch like YouTube videos where people like cast stuff in resin, they're usually using epoxy resin, which is a 2-part resin where you like mix 2 equal parts, and it usually comes out clear, so you can like cast stuff in it. But it's way more expensive than the fiberglass resin. I mean, fiberglass this polyester resin specifically, sorry. This stuff is still like $50 for a gallon, but the other kind is even more. Okay, there's probably a paper towel for this because this is gonna whatever this touches to, it's gonna harden on there. Need a rag. Okay, so that's going, and I mean this should take like, well, under normal circumstances it would take like 2 hours, but when it's curing, it gets hot, and the hotter it is, the faster it cures. So if you have it in one big lump like this instead of spread out over like a mold or something, it usually gets quite hot actually, and it'll like cure really, really quick. And it's always a race against time once you mix it up, because it'll harden in the container faster than it hardens on the part. So like while you're doing this, if it's like the middle of summer or something that's really hot, it'll start to gel up like as you're trying to do it. I can already feel it starting to get a little hot. It's not gonna get hot enough to melt the cup, but okay, so that's that one down. That's Bondo green. Get that out of the way. Do Bondo blue next. And this shit's been sitting for a long time. There's a lot of dust on the top of this container. There's not even that much left in it, but it was on very tight. Oh, motherfucker. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, there she goes. When we get to the, like in a week, when I'm done with actually fiberglassing, and we get to the sanding part, it's probably gonna be like ASMR hell, because all the fucking angle grinders and power tools I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna have to do some interesting microphone adjustments for that. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 of this. Okay. Oh wait, I have an idea. This would be the perfect time for a little bit of tomfoolery. Okay, only way. This line is the best. Oh, you mix it in the pot. That's a nice onion. Good onion. So it's a beautiful onion. Onion. Looks good for framer. Okay. I mean, fuck, I don't know what's going on with le computer. I am jiggling the table a little bit, so the internet cable might come unplugged. The stream goes offline, I apologize. Oh, you must mix up the souffle with the egg beater. Can you imagine using like a dough mixer for this shit? Oh, it smells so good. It smells like death. So good and tasty. Oh, I gotta love it. I'm gonna get a little more whipped. Hey, you know what? Just for fun too, I can show you. Use a little bit of cornstarch and show you how we do the thickener process. I mean, if it wasn't for the resin, you'd be able to eat it. Like, it's fucking cornstarch, right? So I usually will just add a little bit direct. Oh, whoops, that's ruined now. Just kind of keep adding it as needed until you get to the desired consistency. It goes from like mayonnaise to like peanut butter. I don't have to worry about dying by breathing in cornstarch too. That's another plus side. Mix it up nice and slowly, or else it'll get fucking everywhere. It's already getting on my shit, actually. That may have been a little too much powder. No, it's mixing in. Ugh. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the peanut buttery consistency. I'm so tempted to just put this on the buck, because it's like I took the time to prep it, but I can't. There's a chance it might be botched. I gotta wait. Can't get ahead of myself. Oh, see, look at that. Now it's like, wait. I should really like sit down. It's not good for my back. Okay, so we got the gooper. The gooper is gooping. Lawn chair. Oh, that's way better. I should have been doing this the whole fucking time. So it's not the fiber that smells. It's this shit that smells. You basically just it's. Like, honestly, fiberglassing is like paper. Okay, by the way, you know how I said it melts through gloves? Look, it already fucking melted through. It already melted through this glove. No time at all. It melted through a few of the fingers, and I barely touched it. Kind of burns a little bit. But yeah. So it's basically like paper mache for like, I don't know, like adults. No, because adults do paper mache. It's like extreme sports paper mache. Because your paper mache, you just soak paper in plaster Paris, and then it kind of like the paper acts like a binder, or the plaster Paris acts like a binder for the paper. But this is just tougher materials. But I mean, like football helmets are made out of fucking fiberglass. Like a lot of things in your life, car bumpers, fucking statues. Baseball bat, not baseball. Well, yeah, some baseball bats. Lots of sports stuff is made out of fiberglass. It's just really tough. I've seen people make bulletproof armor out of like, that thick of fiberglass. Thank you for coming to the stream, though, babe. I'm happy to see you. I should probably finish the rest of this, huh? Okay, so now we got the Venture Pour. This is the Sketchy Boy. Well, this is the Sketchy Boy. And this resin is red for some reason. I don't know why. But this is what's left over, and I'm really hoping that the resin wasn't what was bad. I'm hoping that it was the fucking hardener. So I'm gonna use some other hardener on it and hope that it works. Ah, every fucking cap is glued on. I mean, it's glue, so it's not really surprising that it's glued on. Oh. These aren't big enough. Oh, there we go. Weight painting is not real. Oh, no, it is. It's just hard to get. Why are you still stuck? It's the child cap part. That's what I can't get off, is the child safety thing. Where you gotta push it. I'm not a child. Why is this not? I can crush a coconut with my bare hands. Why can't I open this fucking cap? What the fuck, man? It acts like it's gonna work. Oh, chat, I need your power. I need your power. Oh, did it get? No, it didn't go. It is the fucking safety lock. What the? Come on! I'm just gonna cut a hole in the side of this fucking thing and just. No, I'm turning it the right way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. When has a cap ever come off with a reverse thread? I'm trying. Come on. Oh. No, it keeps feeling like it did it, and it just didn't. You know what the problem is? There's like hardened resin in the child safety lock mechanism. It's not a reverse cap. I've used like 4 bottles of the same brand. Hold on. I'm just gonna all my energy. I can't do it. I gotta get a bigger wrench or something, man. Or just like cut a hole in the fucking top. If I cut a hole in the arm here, it would just be like a perfect little pour ladle. But if it's bad, then I'm just gonna have this container of fucking broken chemical in a container that doesn't close all the way, and it's gonna stink up the whole house constantly. It's like the second you pull one of these caps off, it starts to fucking smell. Come on. Oh my god, bro. I can't with you right now. I'm also kind of worried that the bottle's gonna, like, fail and explode all over me. Yeah, push down, and it says push down and turn. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I need the ground. I need to push against the floor. There we go. Thank you. Send me all of your energy. Fuck. I gotta get a bigger fucking wrench, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, I'm getting a bigger wrench. I'll be right back. Alright, motherfucker, you wanna play hardball? We'll play hardball. That's the biggest pipe wrench I own. Well, second biggest. The first biggest is your mom! I can't, Dan, I can't. Alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Big wrench versus bottle. Who will win? Bullshit. Maybe if I just like work it for a little bit, I just kind of work the jimmies out of it, get the crust off it, you know, get the smeg, get the fiberglass smeg off it. Come on, bitch, come on, come on, bitch, come on, bitch. I could just cut the fucking cap off, to be honest. Alright, yeah, we're cutting the cap. We're cutting the cap off. Let's go, boys. We're cutting the cap off. I am done with this bullshit. I'm gonna try to just pinch the corner of it and spread it out. Yeah, spread it. Come on. Come on, bitch. Spread it out. Come on. Come on, bitch. Oh, fuck. Please don't take the audio of this out of context. Come on, motherfucker. Spread it. Huh? There's a cap in the cap. What the fuck? What is that? Oh no, that's like the inner cap. That's the part that's actually stuck on it though. It's still just on there. This is just the cover. I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh, come on! Yes. Oh, I got it! Holy shit, look at this. The music is fitting perfectly, by the way. That is completely fucking hard. Well, I know that it works. It got hard in the fucking bottle. I'm gonna have to, like, dig through this. Stabby, stabby, here we go. Yes! Oh. Woo! I win! Oh my god, the music fits so well. I didn't plan that. I swear to god, I didn't plan that. Oh yeah. I think the fumes are starting to get to me, guys. Woo! Y'all haven't lived till you gotten fiberglass cross-faded. I'm kidding, by the way. This isn't like an enjoyable high. It's not even really a high. You just kind of feel like fucking weird. I don't know. That was awesome. I mean, the caps are ruined now, so I'm gonna have to, like, put duct tape over it or something. But fucking the resin melts duct tape. So, like, I don't even know if I could do that. Not just the resin, but the fumes will melt it, too. Like, I haven't even talked about, like, when you're in this shit for, like, 8 hours, the fumes soak into everything, and then everything smells like fiberglass. So, like, my clothes will permanently smell like fiberglass after doing this. I mean, usually washing the clothes kind of gets the smell out, but, like, it is so... It's so nasty. These gloves are fucked. Okay. Oh. You clipped it? That's awesome. That's fine. If it gets clipped, like I said, I'm recording a separate audio for my voice for this whole thing, so... I mean, I don't know. This all this music is actually royalty free. I'm pretty sure. Like this is music that was used in like Ren and Stimpy, but it's like from the 50s. Same thing with like SpongeBob. All the SpongeBob music you hear is like royalty free shit from the 50s. That's why they used it in the show. But now it's like all these tracks are like meme hood, but nobody owns them, so I shouldn't get claimed for that. I will get claimed for the other music I was playing probably. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, I gotta deal with this motherfucker, so I kind of, like, gaped out the hole Are they nice? It's a nice gape on there. The pour isn't going to be very smooth, but... Oh, there's like stalactites in it. Can you guys see in there? Can you guys see in there? Look at that. Ooh, what is that? I mean, there's still liquid in it. I hope that wasn't just like the part of the resin that makes it hard, that like separated out, it just hardened in the top, and now everything that's left in here is like useless shit. We're gonna find out though. We're gonna find out today, boys. Okay. Get out of my way. Oh, are you hard? Are you hard? Are you hard, bro? No, it's not hard. This is gonna be the first to harden. Adding shit to it usually makes it hard. Okay, venture pour. Here we go. Ooh, this is a nice golden color with a reddish tinge. Look at that. It's a lot less thick than the other boys. Well, I could just set this cap on here, but like, there's nothing holding it on now. It's been thoroughly molested. Okay, I'm gonna put you back here. Give you a little kiss. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna use this hardener from another brand. Forbidden Honey. Yeah. It smells good, dude. I mean, it's not good, it's just... It smells good in the same way gasoline smells good. Like, it ain't good, but it's good, you know? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. 1, 2... Oh! Was that 4? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 19, 20. This pipette sucks. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We were like 27. Go for the prime. Wait, this is 27? No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. Ooh, that's nasty. Oh no. Ow, my nose hurts. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Why did I do that? Hold on. I gotta like blow my nose, dude. Ow. Okay, that's better. We're good. Oh, mix it up. Oh, mixing the pot. Mama's homemade from scratch, but not quite. Toasted over flavors, they be tasting quite right. This is the music it's gonna play when I'm running from the Twitch police for doing sketchy shit. See how liquidy that? I hate that. Like, it's... When I use this resin, I didn't want to fucking stick to anything because it's just... It's like the consistency of eggnog. I've been drinking a lot of eggnog lately. I mean, we'll see how this does, but I don't have any high hopes for it. This is like last resort resin. Like, if I run out of all the good resin, I might use this. You go there. Days without workplace. Yeah, I mean, OSHA ain't coming nowhere near this shit. I risk harming no one but myself. I mean, maybe my mom if I like catch the house on fire. That's why it's out in the tent, because if shit catches on fire, that's all on me, dog. You know? I mean, what really sketches me out is all the battery stuff that I do. Like, the 240 batteries that I bought, used modem batteries, they're in like a giant stack now, and it's like, I mean, they're good, but it's like, if one of them wasn't good, that's like 1/40th of a Tesla battery worth of energy stored in those fucking things. OSHA does not need to know. If you snitch on me, I'm coming for your ass. In Minecraft. Things are like all over the place now. I am so scatterbrained. This is why streaming is hard for me. Okay, last batch. This stuff should be good. Oh, the cap's stuck on still. All right, motherfucker. You better not do the same thing as your cousin. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I got it. There's no child safety cap on it. Oh, it's got the sponge too. What the fuck, bro? Look at the sponge. Look in there. Ugh, it's like someone's fucking earwaxy ear hole. Maybe an ASMR cleaning video. I don't know if it's like. No, that's rock solid. I was hoping it was gonna be like goofy and I could just like finger it, but no, it's. I mean, there's a gap. I can still pour it, but it's like stalactites in there. Okay, let's do this. It's the same color as the other shit. This stuff's thicker though. I like it thick. I like them thick. Yeah. Pre-thickened, just the way Daddy likes it. Okay. I'm gonna gingerly put that cap on there. Yeah, it does look like I'm making like forbidden Jello shots. Okay. Get all these fucking tools out the way. Alright. And this is the stuff that's meant to be used. This is the stuff that's meant to be used with this hardener, so... I think the hardener is the stuff that... I think hardener also goes bad if you let it get exposed to moisture for too long. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 5, 26, I think. I don't know, man. Counting is hard. Motherfucker, can you count? Alright. Where's my stir stick? Oh yeah, this is like way thicker than the other stuff. Like, it looks the same, but I have no idea why the Bondo resin is like black. It just be like that. Well, it's like a grayish green. Like under certain lighting, Bondo resin looks like this, but like when the light hits it different, it just makes all these weird colors. I don't know what the fuck 3M is doing there. I should not hold this cigarette here. That was bad. Actually, that was really bad. Do not do that. That could have been a major oopsie. Okay. Yoink. Alright. So just to compare, right? Look quickly that it's like... Ugh, I don't like that, but this is like... That's good and thick. Speaking of thick, how's our friend doing? He's getting a little thicker. It's not really warming up. I hope it hasn't gone bad. What about you? What if all of these are bad? I mean, it's supposed to take like 2 hours, but... How long has it been since I did the first one? Like 30 minutes? If these are all bad, I don't know, I'm gonna have like 2 gallons of like useless chemical on my hands. I just got fiberglass on my lip and it fucking hurts. Ow. 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 I'm better now. Okay, that was a lot of hard work. Let me just sit back and relax for a second. I have a shower, Sammy. It doesn't get used that often, though. I mean, here's my theory, right? I'm a man that is. I live in the filth. Everything that I do is like dirty as shit. All these fucking chemicals I use are all nasty and dirty. Working on cars, you're getting covered in grime and grit all day, and it's like when I finish a long day working on shit and I gotta do it again tomorrow, it's like why would I fucking shower? Why not just wait until I'm done with all the bullshit and then shower? And then that's how you go for. That's how you turn to That's how you turn to Asmongold. It's a vicious cycle. Yes. Lance's moister than an oyster and thicker than a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh. Should I start drinking wine soon? Feels like it might be wine time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here. It's past 5 o'clock. I gotta catch up. I'm just wondering how far I can go with, like, the insanity before Twitch calls this, like, self-harm. Like, I wanted to show you guys, like, resin on my skin and, like, what it does. Like, it burns a little bit, but, like, it's more because it sticks to you like fucking napalm and it's really hard to get off. That's why I have acetone. The acetone is for cleaning me and for cleaning brushes. But acetone is also really nasty shit, so I just, like, I don't know, how much nasty stuff can I expose myself to before I get banned on Twitch? Shout out to my boy Aldi. My boys down there at the Aldi hub. Got that quarter for... Dude, did you know that Aldi has fucking shopping carts for $0.25? Like... the prices are so reasonable, man. I have an entire pile of their shopping carts in my back. I'm waiting to weld them together to turn them into a mech suit. I'm gonna put all the babies side by side so you guys can see them. All the children. Hold on, I gotta move my mouse out of the way. I haven't even started working on shit. I'm already running out of space. What if we go like boom, boom, boom? I mean, I don't know how interesting watching. This is this is literally like watching paint dry, like unironically, except it's a little bit different than paint. But you're basically watching paint dry. Ugh. Recreate Jackass. Yeah, well, they had, like, licenses and stuff. Ooh. Is it just me, or is everything starting to get dark in here? Is it getting dark on the camera? I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna vent out the air in here a little bit. Woo! Yeah, I don't know. Everything got a little bit tunnel vision-y there for a second. I think it might be time to put the respirator on. I'm gonna put the respirator on. Hold on. Let's bring you back here. Hi. Looks like it's turning night, but I don't know if it... Huh? No, I mean, like, the room started to get, like, my peripherals started to get dark. I think that might be related to the ventilation. I'm gonna put the gas mask on now. Oh wait, I gotta drink my wine though. Okay, I'm gonna drink some wine really quick, and then I'm gonna put the gas mask on. Hold on. It'll be fine, I promise. I know when I'm like about to pass out. I got my emergency contact on speed dial. Last time I drank boxed wine, it was at Hoopla in the Hills, and it was like a dude, which was like a hippie music festival, and a dude was walking around with bagged wine. He was like, slap the wine and get some, bro, and I was like, hell yeah, brother, and fucking, I, like, immediately afterwards, I was like, a lot of people have probably suckled on the teat of this boxed wine. A lot of stinky hippies. And, yeah, sure enough, me and my girlfriend at the time, we both got, like, 3 different kinds of super AIDS at the same time. That was quite the experience. Wine cam. Yes. The classiest. Slap that bag. I'm not gonna slap this too hard because I built these tables really shitty and it's gonna fall over. Let's give them some little love taps. So how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? All 5 of my viewers. I figured it's gonna take a while for this stream to get some momentum, but you know, you guys are here for the start of it, so. And I'm actually doing things. I was expecting to not make any fucking progress tonight. But we're getting it. We're getting it done. Oh. Maybe you guys are liking the soundtrack music as well. It's really blending in with the vibes nicely. Hold on, I need a moon pie to go with my fucking... Oh, hell yeah. Krusty Krab jams. Let's go. Moon pies kind of look like Krabby Patties, actually. They look like pretty patties. They're like large macaroons. Macaroons look exactly like pretty patties, but I mean, these kind of do too, you know. Look at what they've done under me kilt! Still sick. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I thought I was getting sick from you too. I was like, I try not to touch anything in your house. And that night, or the next day, I was like, I feel a little weird, but I guess it was unrelated. I was just feeling weird for no reason, as I often do. I should probably take these gloves off before I eat this. Even when they're good, though, I want to save them. I'm better. Okay, again, 18 plus stream. So you got like nutted on, or you like took some sperms into the mouth of someone else while they were sick. Would you get sick? I don't think so. Maybe. I mean, like, virus. Well, I think when you're sick, the viruses are just like floating around in your whole body, but they only target a specific type of tissue in your body. Again, we're talking about viruses here, we're not talking about bacteria, but like, I guess what I'm saying is, are all diseases, are all sicknesses technically STDs because you can transfer them sexually? I guess, yeah. I mean, like, if you're making out at a minimum, right? Like, if you make out with someone with the flu, you're gonna get the fucking flu. Yeah, it probably does. Because, like, I mean, if someone has, like, an actual STD that's, like, localized to that region of their body, and you make out with them, like, you won't get it. I mean, I guess herpes is kind of Wait, like if you make out with someone with like type 2 genital herpes, will you get mouth herpes? I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. I have a bioengineering degree, and I don't know how this works. I haven't done anything with that degree, by the way. I graduated a year ago, and I'm doing this. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Some things are definitely, like, all bodily fluids, and other things are, like, localized. I know, like, if it's bacteria, because a lot of diseases are just bacteria, and not viral, actually. Like malaria isn't a virus. It's a spirochete. It's not even a bacteria. I think it's a spirochete parasite that is in mosquito larvae. So it's actually a parasitic thing. So it's actually an animal. Animal, vegetable, or mineral. It's an animal. Certain thing like bloodborne pathogens. Yeah. Yeah. So if it's bloodborne though, then it gets so like I don't know if it's like a chicken or egg thing. If something can be a bloodborne pathogen and then also be a pathogen that you can get through any bodily fluids, or it's just a local thing. I don't know. I'm starting to feel really weird. I'm sorry. Oh, not the sad SpongeBob music. No. It's making the drinking feel so pathetic and sad. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, they are. I mean, mosquitoes are, like, extra fucked for humans because we don't have fur. Like, fur is a really good resistance to mosquitoes because they gotta get through all the down and shit to be able to puncture someone. But we are, like to a mosquito, a bald human is like a Thanksgiving turkey that's been, like, pre-plucked and everything. It's just, we're fucking sitting ducks for them. Yeah. The playlist has been good. I'm gonna switch it back to music in a minute. I just thought that the goofy music would be good for, fucking testing the cups. Speaking of which, how are the cups doing? Not shit. If these do not cure, I'm gonna be a sad panda. Oh no, this one's hard. See? When you hard, you hard. Not only that, it's melting the... I told you that it melts shit. Look at this. Oh! Well, it fucking melted the foam that it was sitting on. Ah. Good night, girl. You're right, but people can get rabies. We can get fleas. And we can get, like, mange, too. Like, did you know that mange is actually scabies? It's just that an animal, like, it'll make your hair fall out, too, if you get scabies in a part of your body that, like, has hair. But, yeah, it's just little mites that burrow into your skin. But if it's in an animal, we call it mange. If it's in a human, we call it scabies. You can also get rabies. I mean, you know, we're just smart enough to not get bit by animals, usually. That's why we don't get rabies usually. I mean, if you get bit, like, bats are a big thing with rabies because they can carry it, and you can just get, like, nibbled on by a bat and not even, like, notice. Because if you get bit by a dog or something, as long as you just, like, immediately go to the hospital and they give you a vaccine for it, you'll be fine. But if you wait, like, a week and you don't do anything about it, you're, like, fucked. Maybe a little more than a week. I think it's, like, it takes a long time to gestate, but rabies actually, it moves up your muscle nerves. It moves up the nerves of wherever you got bit until it reaches your brain. So it actually moves up the axons, like, up through your spine and shit. So you basically just have to get a vaccine before it reaches your central nervous system. Yeah, we would have a heightened sense of smell. I mean, most animals have a better sense of smell than humans, but we have better, like, other senses. Like, we have better eyesight than most animals, except for, like, hawks and shit. I've heard that well, I don't know if it's better eyesight, but we have the extra cones, so we can see blue. I think, like, cows and dogs and shit, when people say that they're colorblind, they don't mean that they're actually seeing in black and white. It's just like human color blindness, where they can only see reds and greens. And humans being able to see blue, a lot of, like, anthropologists have theorized that it's for, like, seeing, like, fruit and, like, berries and stuff that are, like, in that spectrum of colors. So it kind of makes sense that, like, some people just, like, de-evolve it and just, like, have the gene that gets rid of it. Yeah. Although apparently it's super rare, but it can go the other way. I think it can only happen to women because it's on the XX chromosome. But, like, it's very rare. Some women have the ability to have a fourth cone that can see, like, slightly into ultraviolet, which is really fucking cool. I always wonder what, like, the world would look like to them. But, like, perception isn't really the same thing as, like, the color itself. Like, all color is a particular wavelength. So it's like your perception of it is, like, red, blue, whatever, different colors. So I would have to bet, like, for someone that had that extra gene for the extra cone, it would just be, like, they would just see red through purple, and it would just be spread out into the extra ultraviolet. So, like, blue, like, what blue looks like to them might look like green to me. You know what I mean? Or wait, the other way around, yeah. So then, like, their purple would be like a dark blue, or like a violet, and then they would be able to see ultraviolet, and that would look purple, if that makes sense. I might just be talking out of my ass here. I'm gonna have a little bit more wine, and I'm gonna get the mask on, and we're gonna get down to business. It's only 6. I wanted to go till 9. So. Cheers. Clank. You're in a box, by the way. The main camera, I made a shitty little foam box, put some polycarbonate on it, so. What are you doing in there? My little slave, my little pay piggy. Oh, I'm getting weird. Everything is either in a box or it's wrapped up in foil. Right now, the mic is not wrapped up in foil, but once I get to the sanding, this is gonna get covered in cellophane. I tested it and it doesn't sound bad without the cellophane. The really high frequencies are just kind of sound shitty. But if I touch the cellophane, it's like against the fucking mic, so it's like I'm gonna have to be careful using the mic that way. Actually, I can show you guys the shitty mic that I put in the headset or in the gas mask once I put it on. It's bad, dude. It's really bad. Like, I don't know how it sounds so bad. No, not the sad crab music. Oh, no. I'm not even doing anything sad. No, he's putting the chemicals away. No, it's so sad. How my baby's doing? Aww. That music felt way too well. That one's not hard, this one's not. This is the only one that's hard so far. How about you? No. I mean, I'm thinking these are like deactivated because only this one made a hole in the fucking foam. Like, these ones didn't melt shit, so... What the heck's up with that? I don't know. Yar har har. Yo ho ho and a bottle of cum. 1, 2, 3. This is gonna glue itself to the fucking... I swear I'm gonna put the mask on. I'm just dreading doing it. Because once I'm in that shit, it's all ogre. It's all ogre from here. Once I put that on, I'm gonna like actually do some fucking work. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Okay, mask time. Here we go. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I'm feeling it. I can't wear my cool gunner shades anymore. I wonder if I can wear it with the hat. Oh, this looks so stupid. Looks like I'm wearing a fez. Maybe I can do it with the bill in the front. Let's see. Nope, no way. I don't think it's gonna work with the bill in the back either. I'm just gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to see my bald spot. Okay, that'll help to keep the insanity away. Now I gotta ask, what is the audio quality like? Like if I hold it right up here, is it like decent? Like, does it sit, like, can you even hear me, I guess? I mean, like, yeah. Seems okay. I need to turn the music down, though. For sure. Turn the music down quite a bit. Da-da-da, la-di-da. If you see when you pee. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. As long as you hold up close. Okay, so if I go like back here. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I mean, yeah. I just have to like talk kind of loud. Okay. Well, I want to test something. This is going to be fucking terrible, but I really want to test this just to see how it sounds. So I put a mic inside of this fucking thing. And if I plug this in... Okay, that should be good. Now if I very carefully switch this over. Oh, it sucks. Oh, it's bad. Is it bad? It's bad. I know it's bad. It probably sounds like I have the microphone in my fucking mouth right now. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of like 9-year-old on Xbox Live to like professionally recorded like studio track, how bad is this? It might be a negative number actually. This might be worse. This might be worse than an Xbox mic, dude. I need a number. Fuck, I can't smoke my vape in this. Shit. Sounds like I dropped this speaker right here. Alright. Welcome to Burger King, I take it away. Alright, what? Double Big Mac with extra sauce. Alright. Wait, this is Burger King. We don't serve Big Macs here. Yeah, we don't serve Big Macs. What's some of these nuts though? Alright, so do you want three orders of these nuts with extra special sauce? Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. So, if you had to choose between this... yeah. God, still good. If you had to choose between this or my good microphone not in my mouth, which would you choose?
Which would you choose? The good mic or the bad mic? I mean, can you even, like, understand what I'm saying with this? Like, at all? Because I just wanted you to be able to understand, like, I don't need it to, like, sound perfect, I just need you guys to be able to fucking hear me. But if it's so bad you can't even fucking understand me, then, like, there's no point. Yeah. I mean, I could, like, turn it way down. And then, like, oh, fuck, I think we're gonna go back to the regular mic just for a while. I'll mean it up later with this. I don't know why it sounds so fucking bad, dude. All I did was, like, extend the wires.
Okay. Back to the good mic. Hello! Hello, world. Alright. Well, I'm feeling a little groovy. It's 6:16. We got 2.5 hours left, roughly, so... McDonald's sounds good right now. I didn't eat anything today. Well, I've been eating snacks. Because Dollar Tree, like, I don't know, man. I have a new love for Dollar Tree. Because everything's a fucking dollar. Well, $1.25. They had to raise it because of inflation. But, like, I just keep buying just snacks. I've been eating nothing but, like, crackers and chips and shit. I think I'm dying. I don't think it's vibrating against the mouthpiece. I just think it's too close to my mouth. I also just think it's a bad mic because that was a $25 wireless headset. So, that's probably part of it. But, like, it sounds worse than, like, the cheapest Xbox microphone you can buy. So, maybe if I put some, like, padding in front of it, kind of like a pop filter or something. I don't know. I think the acoustics of this thing is just terrible. So no matter what I do, it's just gonna sound like shit being in here, you know. If I added like a voice modulator to it, though, it would be like a perfect like Combine Soldier or something from Half-Life. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Half-Life 2. Oh my god, it's been 20 fucking years since this game came out, dude. The game that changed the world. Well, the second one. The first one was the first Half-Life, but... Yeah, Turtle Beach sucks, dude. I was into the hype when, like, they were a thing with Xbox, but they're, like, they're not good. I have my good headset. I bought this because I didn't want to bring my $150 Arctic S headphones out here. Because, like, I actually like those. But, I mean, this seems okay. Like, you guys could tell I'm wearing a fucking mask, but, like, as long as you can understand me. What's insane? This whole stream is insane in the membrane. Rise and shine. I honestly really want to make a fucking HEV suit. Like, because all the armor that I make is just made out of polygons. I mean, I should probably show you guys some more of that stuff now, right? So, for the Artorias armor, here's the helmet. And, like, the polygons just get taken directly from the game. I mean, like, if it's a more modern game that has more polygons, you have to use Blender to, like, decimate it to reduce the polygon count. But this is from Dark Souls in 2011, so I think the total polygon count on Artorias is like 10,000. So his helmet has maybe like 500 polygons on it, which is totally doable for Pepakura just by default. So this is just a direct copy of the 3D model from the game. And I mean, you could tell there's like You can literally tell that's polygons because there's like, it's all like sharp edges and like squares and shit. But once it gets fiberglass, it's gonna get sanded, and then it'll get all smoothed out, and it'll look like, you know, not like it's from a video game, you know. But that's what takes all the time, is like the sanding. I mean, all this takes a shit ton of time, but that's where you get it like perfect, you know. Yeah. Did you beat him? I can't remember. Or did Dex beat him for you? I haven't heard Dex in the chat. I hope they, like, I wonder if they actually tried to come over. I need to check my phone real quick. You can like see my phone on the webcam a little bit. Oh. You're facing him again and oh, you're playing again? That's awesome. Good shit. Okay. So, as fun as this is, I don't really need it right now. Oh, I forgot to unplug it. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so as fun as this is, I really don't need to use this right now. The resin's starting to cure, so the smell's kind of going away. And tonight I'm probably just going to do the polyurethane coats on everything. And that's not really that nasty, so I can probably just avoid the mask for now. Get the box out the way. But like, once we actually start fiberglassing, I'm going to need to wear the mask, I'm going to need to wear the fucking drug suit, the yellow drug suit. I'm gonna have to wear the whole shebang, but this is the chill warm-up stream. I can get away with it right now. I think it's awesome that you're doing a new game plus. I mean, I don't want you, like, I fucking love the first Dark Souls, but just remember that there's 3 Dark Souls games. There's Demon Souls. There's Sekiro, there's Bloodborne, there's Elden Ring, so it's like you have a whole fucking spectrum of games to play, and they're all good, so... I mean, like, welcome to the club, honestly, because, like, you're in the Dark Souls cult now, you know? Like, there is no casual Dark Souls fan. You either fucking love all the games... and you like know plenty of the lore and shit, or you hate them because they kicked your ass too many times. Yeah, there's a lot, because it's been ported kind of shittily. I mean, just get whatever version has like all the DLC. I have this very bad habit with video games where, like, I will almost finish them, and I'll get, like, 95% of the way through the game, and I'll just stop right before the very end. I don't know why. I think it's because, like, finishing games makes me, like, sad, because it's, like, over. So I just kind of, like, leave them in limbo. Dark Souls is the one game that I didn't do that with, but, Dark Souls 2 and 3... and Demon Souls, I've gotten, almost to the end and then stopped playing for whatever reason. And, like, I don't want to say I'm going to do that with Elden Ring, but, like, I keep having, like, little spurts of, like, playing Elden Ring for, like, 10 hours, and then I won't play again for, like, 3 weeks, a month. I mean, I'm slowly making my way through it, but I'm worried that I'm going to do the same thing with Elden Ring, where I just don't ever finish it. The DLC bosses are fucking hard, though. That's part of the problem. Like, I think I'm pretty good at Souls games in general, but the DLC bosses just suck. I mean, I don't like to summon, too. I don't like to use mimics. I don't like to summon, so I'm making it extra hard for myself, but, like, the one time I summon with the fucking lion boss for the DLC, Dex was like, just summon the mimic, and I did, and the mimic, like, stole the victory from me. He got, like, the last few hits, and I was like, man, I don't feel like, I don't know, I just, like, I wish I could get a helper that, like, wasn't as good, you know what I mean? Like, get a helper that kind of sucks, and just to give me a little bit of an edge, because usually when I'm having trouble with the boss, I'll, like, level, and I'll, like, get some better gear, and I'll just try and do other things to, like, improve my odds. But the problem is that the fucking DLC, like, it scales with your level. So I actually fucked myself by, like, leveling more. Like, I don't know, it's just... I have a fully maxed out Claymore, and it feels like I have to hit a boss, like, 100 times to fucking beat them. The Fire Giant? Yeah, I beat the Fire Giant. I'm not even done with the main game. I went to the DLC before I finished the fucking main game. I think the problem is that I tend to over-level in Souls games just because I, like, explore everything and, like, thoroughly do everything. And that's fucking me with the DLC, because I'm like, I think I'm level 200 right now in Elden Ring. And the DLC is, like, just brutally punishing my ass. I mean, I'm getting through bosses, but it takes, like, 30 or 40 tries, and, like, I have to have them, like picture perfect to beat them. Is Zell in the chat right now? Damn, these clouds look good on camera. Well, let me, like... Yo! That's so dope, bro. That's so dope. Oh, Zell is here. What's up? What's up, Goat? Thanks for coming to hang out. I should say that Zell funded a lot of this, because when I got the tent and then found out in the middle of assembling the tent that it didn't come with the fucking scaffolding, I sort of, like, peer pressured Zell into getting a bodysuit commission, so he gave me a down payment for that, and then I used that to go to Walmart to get the fucking thing, to make this, and get this all ready. So shout out to my boy Zell, the absolute goat. I'm glad that you like Dark Souls too, Zell. I do too. I mean, I still agree that it's, like, the weakest of the games, but it is still a good game. It's like, there's just a lot of content in it. It's like they took the amount of content in a normal Dark Souls game and they just spread it out between, like, way more bosses. So instead of having 20 bosses that each have 10 different moves, you instead get, like, 30 bosses that all have, like, 3 or 4 moves. Yeah, I think it's great. There's a lot of really interesting mechanics and shit in DS2. Yeah. I mean, it's a Souls game, so, like, it's good regardless, but yeah, the bosses are underwhelming, but there's, like, a lot of them. So it still feels like the same amount of content. Elden Ring has the opposite problem. Not really the opposite, there are a lot of bosses in Elden Ring, but there's just, like, each boss has, like, 30 different moves that you have to memorize all of them. Like, going back to Dark Souls after playing Elden Ring is, like, so fucking easy. I mean, I've kind of gotten the feeling at this point that Elden Ring is, like, it's kind of a boss rush. I mean, it's not a boss rush, but all of the design and all of the challenge is on the bosses. Like, how many times have you died just, like, in the overworld in Elden Ring versus dying to the bosses, right? Like, it's all deaths to the bosses. That's where the challenge is, like, is spiked at the bosses. I feel like all the level layouts are just kind of filler, but in the Souls games, the levels have always been curated and like very specifically designed with like lots of traps and ways to fuck you over, so you die just like in the world a lot more, and then the bosses aren't as hard, so the whole thing just kind of feels like equally challenging all the way through. Yeah, trim the fat. Well, I mean, I like how expansive the game is, but it feels like a lot of the overworld. Like, again, I'm the kind of guy where I will just like run around every corner and search every nook for whatever I can, and like a lot of that was just fruitless. There's nothing. There's so many areas that it's just expansive, just nothing. Like, do you remember the areas with the lightning, like on the peaks and stuff? Like, there's just spots that have lightning perpetually for like no reason. I'm sure there's like a lore thing there, or there's something there, but there's a lot of stuff that I see that I'm just like, oh, okay, that's a thing, and I just move on. Alright, Lance. Thanks for checking out my stream. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that the timing worked out and everything. I'm glad that we could talk. I hope the stream is gonna continue to be interesting. Okay, while we're talking about Dark Souls stuff, I should like actually get down to work here. None of these are hardening yet, dude. I'm starting to get worried. Except for this one. This one is completely hard. Look at that. It's like hot too. Oh, this one's hard. This one's hard. We're good. We're good. This one's freaking me out because this is like, I have 4 gallons of this. This is like the main thing that I need to be using, and it's not doing it yet. Oh wait, no, that's the bad one. This is the main one I need to be using. If it's getting hot, it's not getting hot. These are like hot. So I'm a little worried about you. Please work. Please work. Please. Fingers crossed, chat. Oh god, I almost just wiped out, bro. I almost just sat on a chair that wasn't there. Did someone pull the chair out from behind me? What the fuck? Alright, anyways, I should probably start getting to work here, yeah? So I'm probably gonna start with these I got these little pucks here that are supposed to be on Artorias' belt. And again, I'm not gonna be coating these with resin. I'm gonna be coating them with polyurethane first. So that the resin doesn't fucking melt them. And I need like things to set them on. I got all these Aldi bags. It'll be perfect for that. So this is meant for like floors. You coat it on fucking... You coat it on like hardwood floors and it seals them from water. I will not be using it for that today. Oh. This is not the way you're supposed to use scissors. Ooh. It's kind of yucky in there. The top layer is hardened on it, so it's all like... Ooh. All this shit looks like earwax, bro. Look at that. So this is just like an oil? I mean, it's polyurethane, but it just acts like an oil... like an oil paint, kinda, and it just gets hard and dries. It doesn't, like, cure or anything. It's probably really flammable as well. I should probably put this out. This camera situation is gonna be constantly... Oh no, it's all hard on the top. Fuck. Dude. Okay, no. I just broke through it. It's like a layer of like ice on the top, kinda. This is probably the last thing I'm going to be able to do with this polyurethane. It's going to just, like, all be bad after this. Oh, no. It might actually, like, legitimately just be unusable. Fuck. Oh, no. There's still some in here. I'm going to need, like, a tougher poking mechanism. I'm going to go get, like, a screwdriver. I'll be right back. Alright, gang. I've acquired several poking devices. And by poking devices, I mean my peanuts. JK, I mean these big fucking screwdrivers. Man, this is tragic. I don't know how it hardened on the bottom. Usually it just is like a top layer. It smells good, though. Why does all this nasty shit smell good, dude? I really don't want to, like, accidentally poke through the bottom of the fucking bucket, though, because then I'm bone zoned. You know, I just realized, too, I forgot to shake up those other containers of resin. That might be why they're, like, fucked. Guess we'll find out. Come on, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. I told you not to fuck with me, Tony. This is what you get, you motherfucker. Ah! You fuck with the wrong house, fool. Alright, we're gooping up. I got the goop. There's a decent amount of goop in here. I think it's a usable goop. There's gonna be chunks in it, but I don't think the chunks will come out on the brush. Oh! Chunk just flew out. It's like peppermint bark. Oh. Stir it up. Yeah. Yeah, get in there deep. Oh, yeah. Oh, mix this shit. Oh. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, get in there. Oh, scramble them eggs. Yeah, you like this, bitch? Oh, you like that? Oh, come on, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. Yeah, we're getting there. I think some of the hard shit is, like, dissolving back into it as I stir it. Oh, yeah, we're Gucci. We are Gucci. I'm gonna call that good. I think she's ready for action. Wipe this off, though. Alright, let's do this. 2-inch brush. Beat the devil out of it. So this stuff won't melt through my glove, so I'm fine to just hold it like this. I want to get it all over there. And I'm going to kind of, when I set them to dry, I'm going to kind of like layer them on top of each other like an hors d'oeuvre so that they don't completely stick to the brown bag. So they do like that, you know? Like that. This is gonna be a lot like a Bob Ross show. Like, I'm gonna be beating the devil out of it. I'm gonna be showing a lot of brush techniques. But not much technique is required in this. We're just slapping it on here. That smells nice. It smells like a new floor. Yes, these little biscuits that I made are just, they're going to be going on Artorias' belt. They're kind of like little buckles or whatever. But they're on the model, so I felt it necessary to, like, make sure that I made them part of the costume. Alright, that was easy. I'll put these under here to dry. You stay there. Okay. Now I got a couple pieces of armor that have little bits of foam as part of them, so I gotta do them up. Okay, so we got these tassets. We got pauldron, and we got 2 knees. However, I gotta pee really bad. I have urethane all over my hands. I might just like undo my belt and just like let my dick hang out and pee without touching it. No, because then I'm gonna get this all over my pants. You know, I'll just... Hold on. Can I get these off without... Nah, fuck. I have a million gloves. Just fucking rip them off. Just rip them off. Just rip them off. Alright. So yeah, the stream's back. I don't know what happened. Potentially stepping on the cable while I was pissing. That may have been the issue. But we good now. We chillin'. I'll have to be extra cautious every time I go pee now. But anyways, back to what I was doing. My face when the goopy. You know I got that goopy shit. That goopy gloop. Oh no. I got sticky shit on my shoes. It's not bad yet, but once the whole room is like filled with sticky fiberglass and it's all over everything, like you get it on your shoes and then wherever you step, like shit just glues to the bottom of your boots. So usually after I get done doing this, I have to like use a screwdriver and dig everything out of the bottom of my boots. This stuff's also kind of sticky though, so it's already beginning the stickiness. Ooh, that's heavy. That's good. Oh, it's all toilet sounds. Listen, man, I don't like my EDM unless it sounds like farts. Fart music, yeah. Oh boy, these still aren't getting hard, dude. Starting to get a little sketched out here. Disappointing. These two back here are completely hard. They are good to go. You're back. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we back in the building. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I said, I think I stepped on the internet cable while I was pissing, and that completely derailed everything. But we back. Everything's good. What's not good though is that it's been like 2 hours and these two up front are still not getting hard. These two in the back are completely solid. That is totally hard. These are both the Bondo brand. Like, the Bondo always works. But this is sketching me out, bro. Oh, you can't even see because the fucking camera decided to stop working. Baller. So, this one is the one I need to work, and it's not working. Okay, so I did all the dimples. I got them all painted with the urethane. So it's probably time to do the sword, and I'm not going to be able to fit all this in the camera. So you're just going to have to, like, believe me. I don't even know where I'm going to put this to, like, dry. It's so big. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I guess we'll do the bottom first. Get it all rubbed in there real nice and deep. So good and tasty. This is why I was worried about, like, how interesting the stream would actually be. Because now that we're through all the fanfare, like, it's kind of just this, you know? It's kind of just a dude sitting here painting something. I mean, the fiberglassing part is a little more interesting, but it's, you know, it's cool for a few minutes, and then, you know, I'm gonna have to continually find ways to spruce this up. This is like how, you know, fucking insurance companies have to pull a bunch of crazy shit to make their commercials interesting, because at the end of the day, car insurance is really fucking boring. That's how you end up with, like, cavemen selling your car insurance, and the Geico Gecko, and yada yada. Maybe I get a better angle on what I'm doing here with one hand. There we go. That's better. That smells good. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Yummy. Flip them over. Oh yeah, that's some good goop. We gooping real good up in here, boys. There are some chunks though I'm getting in this, but it's okay. I like my peanut butter chunky. Oh. Oh no, everything's sticky now. Oh. Ugh. Oh, it's chunky. Oh, don't be chunky. Why you chunky, bro? Why you chunky? I like them big. I like them chunky. Man, get in there all nice and deep like. Yeah, boy. Yeah, get in there. Starting to hurt my arm a little bit. Yeah, glue. Yeah, we huffing glue tonight, babe. It is. I mean, it may as well be glue, but it's polyurethane. It's like the shit you coat like floors with. But I have to coat this foam with it first because if I directly put fiberglass on this foam, it'll like melt the fucking foam. So I figured this would be great for the warm-up stream because it's not quite as like fuck you, give you cancer as the other shit is, so. I'm surprised you're able to watch my stream right now considering you're like at work. I mean, thank you. Yeah, get in there. Have to stand up for this part. I'm running out of places to hold the sword from. Can we get Cubans? Like Cuban cigars? Or like, you want to like human traffic Cubans? I'm confused. I assume you mean Cuban cigars. I mean, yes. I've had a Cuban cigar once and it was very tasty. It tasted like the jungle. I don't know how to explain that. The way like a forest smells in the summer, that's what the cigar tasted like. What is that emote? I cannot fucking tell. Zell, what the fuck is that emote? It just looks like two beans having intercourse. Oh, it's the paw. Oh, it is the paw. Okay, now I see it. You can tell I'm not on Twitch very much. I usually watch VODs of like other streamers on YouTube. I've seen the Pog Snake before. I have brain damage. So, after I get done with the sword, the last thing I got a urethane is the shield. And then after that I might try fiberglassing the Protogen buck. Well, not fiberglassing it, but like using the goop resin with some filler to like kind of smudge it on there. Body filler, basically. Almost done with the sword. Almost. It's like very hard to tell where you've gotten and where you haven't gotten, so I'm like going over the same places several times. Make sure I got it all. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing anymore because I'm up on the end of the sword, but you're just gonna have to trust me. Trust me that it's looking baller AF. Ah. This sword is too fucking big for this tent, man. I literally would have not been able to fit this in the smaller tent. It would have actually not been possible. Oh no, the goop is dripping everywhere. Fuck. Just get it on there, man. Don't fall in my hair. Fuck. I'm just trying to finish the pommel here, and then this will be done, finally. Oh, the goop's getting everywhere, though. Fuck. I should have wore, like, booties on my shoes, because I'm going to be dragging nasty shit all over the house now. Okay, the sword is done being urethane. I just gotta find somewhere to fucking set it for now. Maybe, like, prop it up against the fucking Artorias the Goop Walker, yes. Yeah, there's little drips all over the fucking floor now. You know what? I'm just gonna like prop like. Oh, that's perfect actually. Look at this. I just have it like propped into the top of the fucking tent. Hey, look. It's literally just wedged in there. Hashtag wedged. That'll work. Okay, now I gotta do the shield. This is gonna by far be the most amount of urethane coating I gotta do. This big motherfucker right here. This big boy. That's a big boy. Alright. Let's do this. It really just looks like I'm painting it with piss liquid. Artorias the Piss Walker. Piss colored goop. Can get a better angle here. This is already getting so fucking messy, dude. I knew it wasn't gonna take long. Are you actually gonna play League tonight, though? Have you been playing League again? You're back into your League addiction? You relapsed? Oh boy. You're gonna eat your lanes? I could watch you play, yeah. You just want me to like get on Discord or something, yeah. I'm doing it. I'm doing the paint. There's a lot of surface area on this fucking shield, man. I gotta not miss one spot. Hold on. Shh. You guys hear that? What? Oh. I think I'm gonna change the tunes around. Man, I might have to put the gas mask on here in a little bit because these fumes are starting to get a little fumy. I sealed this tent like airtight so well to try and keep the warmth in, but it's also keeping all the nasty smells in. Okay, that's the front done. Front butt. Woo! Oh yeah. This isn't really like making me feel high, it's kind of making me feel sick. Oh, okay, gas mask is going on. I gotta know when to like call it. The sword is wedged in the ceiling so tight that I'm able to set the shield on it. I'm going to turn the mic volume up because you guys probably aren't going to be able to hear me as well with it on. Alright, here we go. Hello. Maybe I can put the head on over top of it. Yeah, that works. Alright, we need gloves now. It still smells like it in here. Like, it only helps so much. It smelled good at first, and now it's just making me feel like I'm gonna throw up. Puke on cam. Is that against TOS if you puke on camera? I don't know, probably. Alright, let's finish this shit. Oh wait, I gotta move you.
How did it become the Russian sleeping experiment? I mean, I'm not staying awake, I'm just being exposed to nasty chemicals. Ugh. Look at these edges. Oh, I'm edging so hard right now. Ah, fuck. This already sucks so bad. Oh, fuck. The fumes are still getting in. Fuck. Sorry, camera. Oh, God. Woo! Okay, we're getting there. Woo! Oh, holy shit. Oh. One more piece. One more piece, and then I'm gonna fucking go out of the tent and throw up for a second. Oh, this is worse than the fiberglass, man. This shit smells bad. Okay, we're good. It's done. Okay. Woo. Oh, I made a fucking mess all over the floor. Alright. Woo. Okay. Okay. I think we're good for now. How are these doing? Oh! Oh! This one got hard! This one got hard, finally! Oh, look, it's like 1,000,000 degrees, too. Look at it. Look at him. He, like, turned black, too. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, it's actually, like, catching on fire. Look at this. You see the smoke? It's making smoke right now. It's like, it's so hot that it's actually making smoke. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but... Okay. So here's the thing. This says illustrate, which is the old stuff. But I think I got the cups mixed around the wrong way, so I think this actually is the new stuff. And I think that this is the stuff that was bad before, so I think this is just bad. So this stuff did harden, it just took forever and then it all went at once. It is hot. It is fucking hot right now. It's like smoking hot. Yeah, cause look. Alright, shit, how am I gonna do this? If you look, that melted a spot in it in the thing too. Just like this one did. See? But this one hasn't done anything yet, so... I mean, hey, I'm happy about that. Yeah. It got hot. It did it. It fucking did it. And it's like a noticeably different color. This one is a noticeably different color than this one. That compared to this one's like black. So hell yeah. So I guess the batch that's bad is just bad. Unless, I mean, it is getting thicker though. I guess we'll find out. It's just so weird that that one was like totally liquid and then all of a sudden it just went bang. Hard. Very weird. So now three of the 4 are hard. That's good enough for me. Anyways, I'm done with the urethane, so I do want to save this brush if possible though, so I'm going to try to clean it out with acetone maybe. Get in the jar. Get in the fucking jar. Get in the acetone jar. So we can, honestly, if I had like a little, if I had little My Little Pony plushie, or like little like My Little Pony pop vinyl figure made out of plastic or vinyl, and I put it in a jar of acetone, it would probably melt the fucking pony figure. Come on, there we go. My hands are so sticky now. Alright. More flammable liquid, yay. Alright. Come on, Fluttershy, get in the cum jar. Get in the chemical jar. Ugh. No. Ooh. Yeah, if I put an MLP figurine in this jar, they would fucking melt. I took that shit right off. Right off. Alright, beat the devil out of it. Here we go. What am I gonna beat it on? I need something to beat the devil out of it on. I'm gonna seal up that cum jar. Save it for another day. We'll beat the devil out of it on this cardboard. There we go. Alright, so far, I painted the sword and the shield in polyurethane. I painted all these other small parts in polyurethane. Pretty much the only other thing that I wanted to do tonight was do the buck, like start to do the resin coat on the buck. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of fucking tired I think I went to bed at like 8 last night. And also I'm starting to go fucking insane from the amount of fumes in this tent. So I'm probably gonna call it for the night. I'll either stream tomorrow or within the next couple days. I may have already made some fiberglass progress before I stream. But, I mean, you guys get the gist of it, so you'll know what to expect. But I think I'm probably gonna... If you can tell, I'm getting... having a hard time standing up at this point. I think one of the valves might be fucked up on the gas mask because it feels like this thing isn't working at all. I think the flap under here isn't closing off properly. Now it is. Yeah, it's working. It's working, it's just the chemicals are really strong. Yeah. Because I can breathe in and it only breathes in through this and it only breathes after that. So it's working. It's okay. It's all good. Oh. Oh God. I think it's probably time to call it. Like I said, we'll do this again more later. But for now, I'm like... I think I need to go throw up now. So... And if I throw up wearing this, it's gonna get all over my face. So... Thank you everybody for coming. There will be more craziness soon. It's gonna be awesome and exciting and fun. Yeah, I sound a bit raspy, I know. I know. I'm feeling a bit raspy too. Okay. So I'm gonna shut the stream down and then close everything up and get the fuck out of this tent. So, thank you for coming to the stream. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, Sammy. I'm gonna get some fresh air, yes. Bye, everybody.